Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It is April Fools, April 1st, 2021. All right. Taking a quick look here at the futures. Dow's up 32, S&P's up 15, NASDAQ up 153, and the VIX is currently at 20.40. All right. Ran my scanner for the day. I came up with a few picks that we're going to go over, and then we're going to review what I am currently in, where I bought in, and why. And we'll dive right in right after this. I want you guys to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell so you can get alerts when I give you new picks for the day. Be right back. Okay, so first we have CPE. All right, we had a pretty decent amount of float on this one. I believe it was 18%. I saw this late yesterday. I'd really like to get into this, but when I saw this yesterday, this is above my buy zone, so it's above this 8-day. So if we can get a little bit of a dip in CPE today, I'd like to jump in and grab some. The options were pretty reasonable, nice spreads. And I really like this pattern that I'm seeing here. Got a nice bull flag pattern formed, and we have a squeeze on the daily. We have a squeeze on the 195. The squeeze on the 130 and the 78 fired yesterday, but we'll see if that pulls back just a little bit. Maybe we can see some sort of an opportunity to get into this one. I think this one will see some new highs very, very quickly, especially with the short float of, I believe it was 18%. Next up is one that we've looked at a few times, EXPE. This came up again, EXPE. Let's type that again, EXPE. And even though this one keeps coming up on our scanner, I do not see a squeeze yet. I see that the data is loading very slowly on two of my charts. All right, so we have a squeeze starting on the 78, and I think this one will mature into a good setup, but we need to be patient. We are currently in the buy zone on the daily, but I think I would like to wait until we see a squeeze on the 195 or the 130. The 78, these squeezes come so often that I don't like to play them just alone. I'd like to see something on another chart. So keep your eye on EXPE. Next up is JCOM, which is what I am currently in right now. Hopefully you guys got into this back when I did, because you would be up probably about 50% as I am as well. I jumped in here, and yesterday we saw some new daily highs of about 121. Let's see, what was the high? 121.34. And we have a squeeze starting on the daily. We already have squeezes on our other charts, and then I believe there was also a 30-minute and a 2-hour squeeze on this one as well. So that one's looking good. If for some reason this one is, and we had such a big day yesterday that we might see a little bit of a pullback. If this is in the 8 and 21 day buy zone, I think you should go ahead and scoop some up, and well, that's what I would do if I were you. I am not a financial advisor, and I am just an idiot trading stocks right now. So MTZ, this one came up on the scan. I currently do not see a squeeze, so we will go ahead and move on to the next. PEB, and again, we have squeezes on the 195, the 78, and the 130. I do like the way this pattern is setting up. And if this one opens in the 8 and 21 day buy zone, this might be a good opportunity to get in for Pebblebrook Hotel Trust. All right. So go ahead and take a look at that one. I think this one would be a nice candidate as well. And our last would be SBH, Sally Beauty. I jumped into this one, I believe on Monday or Tuesday, I forget. It was probably back here. So in the buy zone, and we had a 130-minute squeeze fire yesterday. We have a 78-minute squeeze and a 195. So I definitely think if this one remains where it's at, it's just been bouncing around this 8-day, but I do eventually think that this will take off and make new highs. So going back to JCOM real quick, I think I just want to go over this with you guys because it's such a great setup, and this is what we look for, and hopefully you guys can see that this is a nice bull flag that is formed right here. Perfect trend, recent high, pullback, held support. The lows are getting higher, the highs are staying relatively the same right now, and eventually we're going to see a pop in either an up direction, or it's either going long or short. Hopefully it goes long. But it looks like the 78 is firing long. It's going to look, hopefully, that this 130-minute continues to fire long, and then the 195 and the daily hopefully follow soon thereafter. So that's what I look for. If you guys are interested in how I trade and what I'm looking for, this is exactly what I do. Very high success rate, and I wish you guys all the best. Finish up that cup of coffee. It's 10 minutes to 9, and we're going to have to dive right in and start trading. Enjoy, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.